children and hi everyone. In previous videos we discussed about the ray diagrams of convex lens for different situations. In this video also I am going to explain the two more ray diagrams for convex lens for different situations, children. So before going to that, we know that some rules are there for to draw the ray diagrams. What is that? If the ray is parallel to the principal axis, after refraction that should be passes through the focus. Clear? And the ray which is passes through the optic center, there is no deviation for it. The ray is passes through the focus point, after refraction that should be parallel to the principal axis. So we have some rules are there. So I explained everything in the previous videos. If you don't saw that one, just go and watch them once. So children, up to now you didn't subscribe my channel, then please subscribe my channel and like, share and comment the video, children. So now I am going to the topic. In this video I am going to explain about the two ray diagrams of convex lens. Let us see. Here our topic is what? Refraction of light at curved surfaces and ray diagrams of convex lens. First thing is what? Here object is at focal point, and second thing is object is placed between focal point and optic center. In this video I am going to explain the ray diagrams for these two situations. The first thing is what? Object is at focal point, and next thing is what? Object is placed between focal point and optic center. So for them we are going to draw the ray diagrams. The first thing is here I am going to explain. Object is at focal point. So here see children, so this is the biconvex lens, we know that. Clear? Double headed arrows always represents the biconvex lens, and this is what? Optic center. For biconvex lens, what you have to say? On right side what you have? F1 and C1 there, and now this side F2 and C2 will be there. Clear? Double headed arrow is there, that's why it is biconvex lens. So and this is the principal axis. The first thing is what? The object is at focal point. That's the situation. So here I am taking this is the object now here. Clear? This is the object. At this point what it is there, which point it is there? Focal point. And now this is the ray parallel. This is the ray parallel to the principal axis. After refraction that should be passed through the focus. Clear? And now here I am taking another ray that should be passed through optic center. Clear? Now these two are the refracted rays. So here after refraction these two light rays can form the image at infinity. I am not showing the image in diagram, means that is what? The object can form the lens can form the image at the infinity. Clear? The object is at focal point, then we are getting the image at the infinity. So when the object is focus or focal point, we are getting the image at infinity. When the image is at infinity, we are unable to say the nature of the image. Very simple. This is only diagram. Look here. This is the biconvex lens, and now this is the focal point F2, and there is object is there. From that we are taken this is R1 and this is the R2. R1 is how it is there? Parallel to the principal axis. That's why after refraction that should be passes through the focus. And second ray what we are taken? That is passed through the optic center. Now these two are forms the image at infinity. So this is the first ray diagram in the today's class. Simply where we will get the image when the object is at focal point, we will get the image at infinity. And when the image is formed at the infinity, we are unable to say the nature of the image. Got children? So first is what it is? Object is at infinity, we are getting the image at object is at focal point. So this is the conversion of that one. I already in previous video I explained what's that. If the object is at infinity, we will get the image at focal point. For that this is the converse, reverse. That is what, there when the object is at infinity we will get the image at the focus, but in this case now the object is at the focal point, that's why we are getting the image at infinity. Clear children? So that's the difference here, don't confuse. If the object is at infinity we will get the image at focus. If the object is at focus, then we are getting the image infinity. So when the image is formed at infinity, we are unable to say nature of the image. Clear children? And now we have another thing. What is that? Now the object is in between focal point and optic center. Focal point and optic center. So this is the situation here. So in ray diagrams of concave mirror also you draw this one, same thing. Here also same thing. This is one special case here. Principal axis. This is the biconvex lens. Clear? And this is the f1, c1. And these are f2 and c2. Clear? So now what is the condition situation? Object is in between focal point and optic center. So now this is the optic center. This is what? Optic center O. And this is what? Focal point. So the object is now in between these two. I mean I am drawing here. Now this is the object. This is what? Object. Here I am showing that O dash is the object and O is the optic center. Clear? Now here same thing. The ray is parallel to the principal axis. So then it should be passing to the focus. Clear? After this is the R1. Clear? And next thing is here, this is the passes to the optic center. Optic center. Now in this case, while we are extending the refracted rays, they will meet one point. At that point we are getting the image, that is the visual image. So now this is I is the image. Clear? Very simple. When the object is between the focal point and optic center, where we are getting the image, we are getting the image on same side. We are getting the image on same side. So already I told you, while we are extending the refracted rays, then we are getting the one image. Then that nature of image is what we call visual image. Clear children? I already told you, if you are getting any image by the extending of the refracted rays or reflected rays. In case of mirrors, I explained in terms of reflected rays, reflection process. Now it is refraction. So in this case, the refracted rays are extended back. Due to that only we are getting one image. The images which are formed due to the extension of the rays, those should be called visual images. I already told you, visual images are not able to capture on a screen. We are not able to capture on a screen. And now here, what is the nature of the image? This is the visual image, and that should be what it is? Erect. What is that? Erect and enlarged. Erect and enlarged. Here, what is the answer for this one? When the object is between the focal point and optic center, we are getting one image. That nature of image is what? Visual image. That should be erect and enlarged. Enlarged image. The size of the image must be more than the size of the object. While we are watching through a lens, biconvex lens, or we will take some simple microscope. This phenomena used in the manufacturing of, what do you say, lenses, microscope. The same phenomena will be used in the microscope. Generally, what we say, magnifying lens. Magnifying lens, in Telugu, what we say, bhutaddam. We will see like this. That means the letter which is in the book seems to be very small, but while you are watching through the lens, it seems to be big. Clear? That's why here the nature of image, what it is here, visual image, that should be enlarged and erect image. So the lens, the images what we are seeing through a lens, all are the visual images. They are not, we are seeing with our eyes directly. We are seeing images are directly, we will see the visual image directly. For example, vehicles, we have some side mirrors is there. While we are moving in on a bike or in a car, any bus, some side mirror is there. We will find the vehicles which are coming from our back side. But if you can keep a paper in front of the mirror, we are unable to capture its image on the screen. Clear? That is the specialty of virtual image. So why we are seeing any lens like this? We are taking some magnifying lens, we are seeing through that one, but we are getting the image is very big, but they are unable to capture on a screen. And in all the diagrams, ray diagrams, we observed the real image is always inverted. Real image is always inverted, but we are unable to see the real image directly, but we can see them while after capture a screen. Clear? Got my point, children? What's the difference between from all these ray diagrams what you observe? So in case of, except this case, when the object is between the pole and optic center and focal point, remaining all cases almost all we are getting the inverted image, real image. So here what you have to understand, we are unable to see the real image directly with our eyes, but we can see them when we can capture on the screen. And in case of visual images, we can see them directly with our eyes, but they are unable to capture on the screen. That is the interesting points in these images. So children, what we are watching through a lens, that should be nothing but visual image. So the same phenomena will be used in the, here you can observe while we are watching the any letter through by using a magnifying lens, we can keep very close to us. We can keep the lens very close to our eye and close to the object also, we will see that. That's why here the lenses must be used in the making of microscope. Clear? The image formed by the microscope is a visual image. So children, I hope you understand. So almost all we completed all the ray diagrams for convex lens. So I hope you understand. So in the next coming videos we will go for ray diagrams for concave lens. Okay children, I hope you understand. If you can understand the topic, like, share and comment the video and subscribe to my channel for all getting latest notifications. Children, bye, take care. We will meet in the next video with another topic. Bye.